Hey guys, so now we're on part two, continuing with the market preview. So as we go through here and look at what the trading opportunities just to catch up from the last video, we opened up, we're under the 200, the 100, and the 400. And these are your available trading choices. And I think the best trading choices are when the white bar down or a variation thereof. So green bar down, white bar down. You can tell they're down because they have a red outline, down bars, right? White bar down. Those are your best entries. So and I don't start trading until after 9:02, 9:03 a.m. So this is borderline. I'm not sure if it fired. This fires. It's above the 100 and the 200. And again, you can wait. So after, so if you look at your trades after 9:03, underneath the 100 and the 200, this is your sequence. Trade one, trade two, trade three, trade four, trade five. I usually prefer to wait for three bars up. If you took this, you got stopped, right? No big deal. Trade six. So if you look at that series between 9 and 10 o'clock, you got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven opportunities, one of which stopped. All those others paid. And then right here is where you get stopped. We had the biggest volume down on a 1 minute chart right here, and we were outside of fair value, right? So this becomes stop one. This is not a trade. And this is in what's called a zipper formation. And it doesn't take that, right? So if you want to see how and then as you go along, right, the reason this works is because fundamentally the algo works in a general sense, right? So if you want to see how that would work in a general way, this is the trader assist, right? So you can see yesterday, if you left it running all day, this is trading 10 micro contracts, made $740 on the short side, it lost $5 on the long side. So this is what that series of trades look like in real time. Here, I'll show you because it's pretty straightforward. So we'll just roll it back here. And this thing's already set to not trade before 9:03 a.m. You can see in the upper left-hand corner. And this is in Sim, so I can play it. So if I go Control R and I hit play, and I'm going to do this relatively quickly, and you will see this fires. Has to load. And it'll just take off here in a second. There we go. And it'll be pretty quick. It's faster than real time because we don't have all day to sit and wait for it. So you can see it didn't take trade one. It was before the 9:03 a.m. And the requirement for this is that the fire's both below the 100 and the 200 in order for the algorithm to fire. Right, so our first trade should be over here in a second. This is on 10 micros. I usually trade minis, but this is set to micros. So there's trade one. You can see you got one scale, and I think the one scale, two scale, three scales, four scales. So the trailers are important here. The biggest trailer is 40 points. And you can see on trade one that puts you at $434. Trade two gets one scale, and the balance moves up to -10 and stops. This is the next trade, and it gets all four scales. That puts you up 754 on the day. Here's the next trade. It's firing off. Trade after that fires off. And at this point, you're up about $1,200, right? Which is fine. On 10 micros, 1,200 bucks is a lot of money. You can pack it in at that point. It's 1593. I suggest you take your money at that point. It's usually the first 3 to 4 trades is what you're looking for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all done, and have a nice day, right? In this case, it caught a few bonus ones, and then now it's above and it won't short, right? So that concept is pretty important. We can stop it now. And that's how proper execution of that trade looks. Okay. And then when you're on the long side, going back over here, when you're on the long side, okay, this is Wednesday morning. And you can see we just didn't get any other decent trade setups to the short side, and then the long side setup later in the day. And that's how you want to do the trade. I mean, that's pretty damn straightforward, right? You can see we just didn't get, once we got above the 100 and the 200. This is the only trade that fires long right here, I believe. Oh, trade one, I lied. Trade one. I don't think there's another one in here. Take it back. Trade two stopped. And trade three should not have fired. So I need to go look at the algo there. It's below the 200. That trade simply should not have fired. So I don't know why it did. I will go figure that out. And oh, you know why? Because this is on the this is a different algorithm. It didn't fire there. It's below the 100 and the 200, right? So, but this would have fired. So the point is, if you're looking for a way to repeat your process over and over, right? If you're looking for a way to repeat and you just come in very simply, like today, right? If I come in on today and I'm going to go, hey, I want to repeat my process and I don't want to guess where my trades are, right? I don't want to guess how to trade this, right? So most people, when they learn to trade and they read support resistance, they read which way they think the market's going, and it ends up with a lot of guessing. You don't want to do that, right? Even if you're losing, so this is important, even if you're losing, right? So you want to know, you want to repeat the exact same process over and over so you can do the smaller modifications to learn. For example, right? If I come over here, this is yesterday, and I go, okay, I want to be long, okay? So instead of just guessing, if I'm just looking at a blank chart, I have no way of knowing where the volume's coming in, when the bid ask is stronger than, when the bid's stronger than the ask, these other things that go on when you trade, right? So when I teach someone, when they first come in the room, right, the first thing that I teach them is go look. So this is a Wednesday night overnight, right? So first get oriented. We're over the 100, we're over the 200, and we're over the 400 right here. Okay, this is where I'm pointing, right? Where I'm putting that arrow, okay? So I'm not looking short here unless I'm a swing trader, which I'm not. So I'm just looking to scalp. It's important to realize that this little scalp from here to here, right, that 95 to 12 is 15 points. This little move, this little area right here is $300, right? So when someone starts off learning on what they want to take, the first thing I tell them is, well, look for the green bar or the variance. So orange is just a stronger version of the green. The white is a weaker version of the green. The blue is a stronger version of the green bar, but it's essentially the same element. We won't even pay attention to anything else. And we go, okay, Simon, I'm long. So I'm going to take a long here, take a long here, right? I'm showing you how I fix traders so they can make more money. I take a long here, and I take a long here. So in that series, and this is in Asia, so it's harder, I would go, I'm a scalper, especially in Asia, right? So I'm pretty much 10 points, move my stop to break even in these environments and hope it goes, right? Because I don't like losing money. And Asia is a great place to get chopped. But however you entered it, right? If you, as long as you leave the trailer, right? You end up with, I would say this is a win, this is a stop. So your stops are, let's just call them 20 points, and this is a win at 15 points. So technically, right here, you're down, right? If you took this trade right here, again, Asia sucks to trade, but you took a trade right here, you're down again. So your net, the way I realistically would have traded these bars, I'm down at this point. Probably $400 on one contract or on 10 micros, however you want to look at it, or per contract. But then I'm going to go long here. So watch how this flips, right? If I'm just teaching you how to trade, you're going to take this bar, right? When you get your 10 or 15 points up here, move your stop to break even. Scale one, leave your stop at break even after you get your 15 points, right? And leave the trailer. This one move, right? You picked up, let's say $300 on your first contract. Your second contract goes from 25,651 to 25,721. That's 70 points, $1,400 a contract, right? But if you don't leave the trailer, you never pick that up, right? Not only that, again, I'm doing a very simplistic version of the process, right? You don't pick up, this is your green bar on the turn right there. Again, your 20 point stop keeps you in the trade. Even if you exited everything over here, which would have been fine, you get another entry, you survive the stop, you get your 15 points, and you leave your trailer. No matter how you look at it, you're up by the time you get to midnight if you followed process and if you left the trailer, right? But the other advantage is when you're doing one process is I can come back and teach somebody. Well, they go, well, Simon, I kept taking the trades on the way down. So I got, let's just play pretend line. 1, 2, 3 trades. And usually what happens with my experience in coaching people is that if they took this trade, and this trade, they never take this trade, which is why there's a simple rule. Take your longs when they're above the 100 and 200, and take your shorts when you're below. So what that person would end up doing is like, hey, I'm below 100, 200, etc., etc. Short 1, short 2, short 3, short 4, short 5, right? Those do not reprint. They go in real time. So keep repeating the same process over and over. Leave a trailer to get your extensions. Be able to tolerate the downside of the move. It happens. There's nothing you can do about it. And don't try to catch every move. So that's my prep for today, and that's the trade review from yesterday. I hope everyone has a great day. Please join us. You can email me at TRADEnPerform, TRADE, the letter N, perform at gmail.com. If you would like a 5-day pass to the room. And you can join us on YouTube live at 8:15, and we will be trading live, and you can see it all go off in real time. So have a great day, and thanks, guys. Talk to you later.